What's happening, beer lovers? Tonight's beer review will be on Bear Republic's Racer 5 IPA. It is brewed in some town I'm having a little trouble figuring out how to pronounce, somewhere in California. Anyway, their website lists this at over 75 IBUs, made with the 4Cs of hops: Chinook, Cascade, Columbus, and Centennial. It has a beer advocate score of 94, 7% ABV. So let's crack it open and see how it is. Probably shouldn't have jangled them keys so long. You can smell hops as soon as I open the bottle. There's a little hint on the side here that this bottle may be bottled conditioned, and I did see a few little floaters in the bottom. They seem pretty tight packed down there, so you might want to pour it easy if you don't like the yeast in your glass. It poured to little to no head. I did pour it gently, but I mean almost no head. Carbonation is minimal. I wouldn't call it flat, but it's certainly not overcarbonated by any stretch of the imagination. Not seeing much lacing, maybe due to the slight lack of carbonation. Wow, for smelling as much hops as I smelled when I opened the bottle, it's not there now. There's a little bit of hops, but mostly I just smell malt with a back note of caramel malt, and even it's not really that strongly scented. It's just a hint of caramel malt there and regular malt. It is a very mild smelling beer. Let's see how it tastes. Well, there certainly are plenty of hops in here. It's actually quite bitter. Over 75 would be my guess as well. It finishes nice and smooth though. Goes down nice and easy with a very strong lingering back note of bitterness. Up front, there's a little bit of sweetness from the malt, but really, as soon as it gets in your mouth, you're bombarded by the bittering of the hops. But that's about it. It's all bittering. There's not a whole lot of flavor or aroma there that I'm picking up even as I get down further in this glass. So I guess if you're tasting IPAs, is just one that's bitter, dry, smooth, this would be a good choice. Personally, I want some flavor and aroma. This one's not one of the best IPAs I've ever had. It's certainly a far cry from the worst, though. It's pretty good. It's just not going to give you that hop flavor and aroma experience that I also like in my IPAs. It's just bitter, but it's good. That being said, have a wonderful night. On a final note, I sloshed the last bit of the bottle into this beer. Frankly, I don't mind yeast in my beer. And there was none. So it's not bottle conditioned. And it formed a little bit of a head when I really sloshed it in there like that. And it does lace just a little bit.